on the Texas A&M Sports Network. From Learfield, live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue on Harvey Road in College Station. Welcome to the Joni Taylor Coaches Show, presented by Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Visit Rudy's.com to find real Texas barbecue near you. And by Twisted Tea, hard iced tea for the 12th man. Please drink responsibly. Now, the Joni Taylor Coaches Show.
And hi again, everybody. Welcome out to Rudy's Barbecue. We're on Harvey Road. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It is the Joni Taylor Radio Show with the coach, Joni Taylor. I'm Steve Miller. Great to have you with us tonight. I think you can get some turkey tonight, and you can have some more on Thursday. There's no limit this week. It's all the turkey you can put away. And I've already had some. It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I had a little piece.
I'm gonna sample a little bit of it when we get done.
Oh, I think
that
the turkey
and the brisket
is the best. The turkey's the best. Now they may be out. There was some controversy. There may not be any turkey left. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so the Aggies are 3-1, no controversy there, and 3-0 at home. How about that?
Yes.
That is a great way to start the season. Coming off the win yesterday over Houston Christian, 80-35, and I was shocked personally. That was the first time that A&M had ever played Houston Christian. Used to be Houston Baptist. They were just down the road, and they've been D1 for a little bit. So that was we were double checking Brandon Collins' work there because we just couldn't believe it. But nice performance by the ladies. Came out and seemed to respond to what you guys were asking for.
Yeah, we thought that last night we had a good opportunity to make some corrections in some of the things that we were doing on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. You know, to go back to last week in the game on the road at Purdue, we were excited about that as a staff because we knew it was going to be an opportunity for us to test our talent against a team that's really experienced in what they do. They've got one young lady who's her 6th year. You know, with COVID, you can just keep coming back. And so they have one player that's in their 6th year and 2 players that are in their 5th year, and they're really experienced. And what we've been trying to tell our team is we've got to learn how to win. And when you play a team that even on paper you think you're more talented than, if they know how to win, winning wins you 5 or 6 more games you shouldn't win just because you know how to. And so that's what we were exposed to on Thursday. And I was really glad it happened in Game 3, Steve, and not in Game 10 or 11, so that we could get back home, we could watch it, we could talk about it, we can have some honest conversations and address it. And I thought last night was a really good start in terms of addressing those things.
What were you addressing?
Intensity for 40 minutes, taking care of the basketball, sharing the basketball, which is something we had done up until the Purdue game, and then we didn't have the assists we normally do, and we had too many turnovers. Just disciplined defense. Sometimes we rely on our talent too much, and we get away with making plays because we're talented, not because we're in the right position. And every time we did that and gambled on Thursday, Purdue made us pay for it. So disciplined defense was one of the things we really, really talked about, and I thought was better last night. And
one of the things that stood out in that Purdue game was that Janiah and Lauren each had a double-double, and they end up shooting 50%, but the rest of the team could only put together 25%. Mm-hmm. How did you guys try to look at that?
We shot it poorly, and like we've said, right now, you have a stat sheet in front of you. I believe Janiah Barker is shooting 57% from the field right now. And then she's not on the block a ton. I mean, that's jump shots, that's threes. And so when somebody is shooting 57%, they've got to touch the ball. Same thing for Lauren Ware. When they touch it, they make good decisions. It's a great time for the ball to go inside so it can then come back out. And I thought, we played right into Purdue's hands in the sense that they played us pretty soft, and when we settled for taking jumpers, then we didn't make them.
And so you turn the page and look toward Houston Christian and can't be completely frustrated with what happened. You can't let that affect what's going on. Right. So how do you react in preparing for the next game?
Well, again, it was an opportunity. We talked about, we know what we have to address. Now what are we going to do about it? And I thought we had 2 spirited practices. We were off on Friday. We practiced Saturday and Sunday, and they were locked in. They were dialed in. The bottom line is they want to do the right thing. We've got a great group of young women who want to do the right thing. And so it's just going to be a continual learning process. And so we've got to be a devil in the details of what we demand from them, what we expect, but it's going to be a process.
One of the things you and I talked about prior to yesterday's game on our pregame show was how you started your shoot-around practice yesterday. It was a lot more verbal responses than at least I had experienced before. Would you mind retelling that story and what you were trying to get from your players in the right at the very beginning of practice?
All right. So every practice before we start, we huddle. We huddle up and we talk and we stand in a circle. But on game day, when we huddle up and talk, we kind of quiz them on the scouting report, and they never know what it's going to be. Sometimes it's what are the keys to the game, because at the end of our scout, it's got keys to win. And so sometimes we ask them what the keys to win are. Sometimes we ask them personnel. And so that could be 8 players, 9 players, whoever we think is important for our team to know, we put on the scouting report, and we make them by position talk about who they are, what their shooting percentage is, what are their strengths. She wants to go right-handed, and at the end of her drive, she's going to do a Euro step, or she's going to float, or she's someone who's a charge candidate. We can take a charge on her. And they've got to know that. And so we scramble that around. It's kind of like a little pop quiz the day of the game. And yesterday, ours was keys to win. And Steve Schumann did our scout for Houston Christian. He did a great job. And one of the first keys to win was one-on-one defense, because Houston Christian is a team that wants to beat you early, beat you often, just really attack your feet and drive you one-on-one. And so we were asking them what they were and to explain those things. And the second one was ball screen defense, right? We've got to know our technique, know what we're doing. And so I'm asking them what our keys are, and they're responding and they're telling us this. And the third one was to share the basketball. And I thought we did all 3 of those things well, but they were pretty spirited in their response and talking about exactly what they needed to do, and just that told us right there that we had the right energy and the right mindset going into the shoot-around.
So you go into the game, and it seemed like everything was clicking in that first half. Great. Big check marks come out in the second half. We didn't see happy Joni there right at the beginning of the second half.
I have gotten this question has come up 3 or 4 times from last night till today. Everybody wants to know the conversation during the timeout. I was pretty upset because we challenged our starters after the Purdue game. Like, you set the tone for what it is we do. And it's really easy sometimes when we're in practice and we are, trying to help coach our younger players, our freshmen who may not know what they're doing, but they're not out there. You are. The starters are doing this. And so we talk about, just again, being elite for 40 minutes, not focused on the scoreboard, or we're not playing for tonight. We're playing for February and March. And when we see our competition in the league and in the tournament, that's what we're training our minds and our bodies for. And I just didn't like what it looked like those first couple possessions. We come down, we turn it over, they go down and score. We come down and turn it over again. They go down and we foul. Timeout. Enough. So they responded.
They did.
We went on a 15-0 run maybe, or something like that.
It ultimately was about 25-2 if you take that. I mean, 25 of those were consecutive.
Yeah.
So it was the first 25-0 run that I can remember seeing a team do in a long time.
We'll take that.
How about that? That's a response right there.
Yeah, it is. So of course, me, I can't leave it alone. So today we're talking about it in film, and I said, that timeout that I called against a different team, I need to save that timeout. I don't need to waste that timeout.
Yeah.
Right? So it's always still a teaching point. I'm glad we responded, but I shouldn't have had to use it, because against Tennessee, I need to keep that for time and score. Right? And so it's just always the teaching point of why we need to do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, it can also inadvertently prolong the segment or the quarter, which we already saw. I think, was it in the second quarter?
Yes.
There was an early timeout called within just seconds due to a clerical review, and wow, all of a sudden 11 seconds in, that's it, we're out of timeout. So the media timeout, ladies, just go ahead and play 10 minutes. Enjoy.
That is hard. I remember looking up and I was like, oh, it's 9:49 on the clock, and here's the media. We are in trouble.
Yeah, yes. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. We want to get all the game stuff right and the clerical stuff correct, but sometimes it doesn't always work in the timing favor. Janiah yesterday, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 7 of 10 shooting, and she's going to be joining us here, I believe, here in just a little bit. Another double-double for her. What do you see from her?
Just her maturity. She's someone who wants to lead. She wants to do the right thing. I say it all the time. When your best player when you can coach your best player the hardest, it makes it really easy to coach everyone else. And so where she's really grown this year is obviously her voice, her leadership voice, and being consistent in what she does in practice every day. But also she's taking her time a lot more, which has been fun to watch. She doesn't take bad shots as much as she used to. Her shot selection has gotten really, really good. She's not pressed to score, and she knows that if she does the little things, that it's all going to come to her. And she's really worked hard on her game. I mean, let's just be honest. She hasn't had a break. Like during May, she was trying out for USA Basketball, and then in June she went and played USA Basketball, and then she came back and joined the team in July. So she's gone consistently through since the end of last year. And so you just talk about being elite. She's putting herself in a position to be one of those players we talk about for a really, really long time.
So far in each of the games, you've had at least one player get a double-double. That's not easy to do.
It's nice to know we have some choices and some options, you know. It makes me feel really good to know that, yeah.
Isha Coulibaly was the most recent one along with Janiah. This one, 13 points, 11 rebounds. She's also 5 of 7 at the line. She seems to work hard to get to the free throw line. When she's got the ball, she's going to do something with it.
She is. You know, she's someone who, when you look at her stat sheet, she can affect it in so many ways: points, rebounds, steals, assists, getting to the free throw line. You know, I think she's someone who is a two-way player. She affects it on both sides of the ball. She's fun to watch. I tell you what, now, if I prided myself on being a really, really good defender, but if I saw her coming at me, I'd have to really think hard if I was going to take that charge or not. But she's someone who knows how to get to her spots and is also learning how to play in our system and look for other people as well. It's been fun to watch her grow and push herself.
Sydney Bowles, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a busted chin.
Yes.
How's her chin doing?
Good. We ended up having to so obviously one of the timeouts, she had blood all over her jersey. She didn't even know she was the one bleeding. I think she shocked herself when she took the charge, first of all. But coming out of that, and she ended up getting stitches at halftime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so at halftime, she went and got stitches and came back with just a Band-Aid. And so she practiced today. She's fine. But so many things go on behind the scenes that people don't even know about. I mean, so she literally, it was a pretty good cut. But she's doing fine.
Can't be more impressed than we were last night with Soleil Williams, the freshman, and 4 3-pointers. She has a shot that just skies in the air, and we all just kind of, okay, is it aligned? Is it coming down? And nothing but net.
Yeah. Soleil's range is when she walks in the room. She can shoot it from anywhere, likes to shoot it from anywhere. I think she's really starting to take ownership for how she practices every day and have really good, consistent practices, and it showed in her game yesterday. I think it really got her attention that she didn't play against Purdue. That's something she's not used to. And so she responded the right way. She came to practice on Saturday and responded well and had a really good practice on Sunday too. And that's what you want to see, because it's really easy to get into your feelings and pout and feel sorry for yourself. And she didn't do that. And so was really happy for her to see the ball finally go in the hole.
Coming up on the show, we'll be joined by assistant coach Robert Mosley. Also, Endyia Rogers, Janiah Barker is here. And we'll also talk about the road trip. The Aggies are going to spend Thanksgiving in Berkeley, California. That's where dreams are made of right there. All right, we got that and more coming up. We're live from Rudy's Barbecue. It's the Joni Taylor Radio Show from Learfield. Head on over to your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com to place an order for their real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. And don't forget, Rudy serves made-to-order and grab-and-go breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m. We're back at Rudy's Barbecue here on Harvey Road in College Station. It's the Joni Taylor Radio Show. With Coach Taylor, I'm Steve Miller, and we are joined by assistant coach Rob Mosley. And are you ready for the big road trip? The Aggies going to Cal this weekend. Nothing better than Northern California.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, another opportunity to get better. Yeah,
the first game is going to be on Friday. Going to be playing Winthrop. And you guys can listen to that game on Zone 1150 and on the A&M Sports Network. And then Saturday, either playing San Jose State or Cal at either 2 or 4:30. And those are central times. And the station will really depend on what time the game is, because the Aggie football game is happening. So good luck. You'll find us. You know how to find us, that sort of thing. So what was it your focus from the Purdue game into last night's game?
Really just improving in the little things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when you look at scores and you look at the results of wins and losses, it's usually just the minute things that you that you don't do on a consistent basis. So what we wanted to do was get back to basics, make sure that the small details didn't get lost, and that we executed offensively and defensively. So we stuck and we drilled the small things. We placed a massive emphasis on those things, and the young ladies responded.
Are we still at a time in the year where we can still offer individual instruction? Is there still time for that?
I think so now. Probably now more so than when conference starts.
Sure, right.
You know, when conference starts, it's you're going to be playing really, really good opponents. So there's a lot of time as far as prep and just preparation. But now you can do it. We watch film with the young ladies. They come and they get still individual film time, and that will happen in conference, probably just not with such regularity because of the quick turnaround with Thursday and Sunday, but you can still get individual time with them in instruction.
You mentioned film. I'm wondering, is film different with more veteran players as opposed to being in a first year last year? Joni or Rob, you see a different reaction in film?
A different reaction, yes. Is film different? No. Film is going to be what we do, right?
Sure.
We prep 2 days out for everybody. It's the same. They see it a lot better. You know, a lot of times when you're young and you're watching film, all you do is watch yourself, right? And you don't watch like the other things that are happening, the actions that are happening. They can now watch the film and call out the actions like of our opponent. Oh, that's inside cut. That's two across. And so they have a better understanding of identifying things,
Sure.
yes.
And I think the older players, they come in with a better understanding as far as critiques. Sometimes a younger player, you know, they have a tough time handling criticism. The older players come in and they want to get better. You know, they don't want to put the same things on film game after game, so they want the correction so they can improve and get better. So
does that mean you have to take a younger player aside and visit more one-on-one as opposed to delivering that as much in the group session? How does that work?
Well, we have team film and then we have individual film.
Oh, okay.
So we have both film sessions, and usually the critique comes one-on-one, you know. But sometimes you have to give it to them with the group. But with young players, you try to handle them a little bit delicately. Remind
folks the positions that you are responsible for.
The post, the forwards. Primarily it would be the fives, but we kind of had injury issues there, so it's kind of just Lauren now who's the lone wolf.
So you just got to coach one player?
Well, no, I mean, I still deal with the rest of the posts, but when we do breakdowns, it was Lauren, it was Jada, and then it was Roby. So,
and according to the stat sheet, it looks like things are going pretty good. Lauren Ware, they're pretty impressive so far, for sure.
Yeah, she's an impressive young lady. Mm-hmm. She's very bright. She listens. She handles instruction well, and she's a team player. And she knows what it looks like. Joni always says that Lauren's a young lady who has played for USA, played in the Final Four. So, I mean, she knows what it looks like and how it should go. So.
And what do you think that her experience brings this team?
It just brings a resume. You know, a lot of times you can tell kids things, but they respect the resume. And she comes with an impressive resume. And she's been where a lot of our young ladies aspire to be. So with that, she has the experience, and she has the credibility because she works every single day. You know, she's a kid that talks on the court, but she also walks the walk. You know, she plays hard. She does all the small things. She goes to class. She's on time. I mean, she checks all the boxes.
And I think that probably resonates with other players pretty quickly.
Absolutely. She just has the credibility.
When you look at a trip like this, a chance to play 2 games in 2 days, what does that do for you?
Well, it lets you know about conditioning. You have a quick turnaround. Also, just how well your teams. You prep for your teams, but a lot of times you have to rely on your defensive principles. Just the way that you go about business every single day, and how quick your team can adjust on the fly. Because there are going to be some things that you can touch with that quick turnaround from the Friday to the Saturday game, but there's some things that you're going to have to adjust to in live action. So we have a older team, so hopefully this year they'll be able to adjust more on the fly than per se last year, more experience, but it's just interesting to see how kids respond in the situations that they haven't been in this year. So
you mentioned defense, and we've seen many times so far in these first 4 games where the defense has created offensive opportunities. How do you think the team has responded in those situations?
I think they've bought in. I mean, when you come to A&M, Joni makes it pretty clear that you're gonna play defense. So there's not a young lady on the team who doesn't know that the key to scoring, or even getting on the floor, is to defend. And I think it's something that we take pride in. A lot of teams celebrate, 3-pointers, or we celebrate charges. We celebrate kids, getting rebounds, diving on the floor. Those are things that we celebrate, the hard blue-collar play. So, every kid wants to be celebrated. So we just try to make those things more entertaining to do.
What do you like most about being with a team on Thanksgiving?
That's a good question. It's what I'm accustomed to. I remember I was thinking I haven't spent Thanksgiving not with a team in 15 years.
That's basketball,
That's
right?
basketball, yeah, it is. So it's just it's normal. It's what I look forward to, and it just helps to have we have good kids, so you don't mind spending time with them. And if you meet our young ladies, you know that they have wonderful personalities. So they make it, if you're going to spend a holiday away from family, you definitely want to be with this crew.
All right, we're looking forward to the road trip. Aggies leaving tomorrow, games Friday and Saturday, and Thanksgiving feast on Thursday. Now, do we need to limit how much food everyone's having a day before? Do we can we overload?
I'm sure John will be sending some looks.
We try to eat early enough so that it digests well. And in the past, sometimes we've had some really good meals and people have wanted to-go plates. Well, how it always ends up happening, so we play at like 2:30 on Friday. And then Saturday, depending on what happens, you play at 12 o'clock or 2:30. So the game has always been early for us. It's not, the food is still sitting on you at 12 o'clock, right? Or 2 o'clock. And so if they want a second plate, I will say in the past, if they make a second to-go plate, I keep it in my room in my refrigerator, and I don't give it to them until after the game the next day to make sure they don't get to the hotel room later that night and eat their second plate.
And I had committed the itinerary to memory. Is Thanksgiving lunch before or after practice?
It's after practice. Well, it's after.
So got to get up, get that practice in, and still be productive knowing the feast is on the other side.
Correct.
Yes. All right. Rob, thanks you for joining us, and looking forward to hanging out here in Berkeley, California over the next few days for some Aggie basketball. All right, our assistant coach, Rob Mosley, everybody. This is the Joni Taylor Radio Show from Learfield. Howdy, Ag. Steve Miller here, inviting you to visit Costa Vida Fresh Mexican Grill. It's Baja-style Mexican made from scratch daily, serving breakfast, tacos, lunch, and dinner. It's Aggie-owned and operated in South College Station. We are back on the Joni Taylor Radio Show. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We are at Rudy's Barbecue here on Harvey Road with Joni Taylor. I'm Steve Miller. Great to have you with us tonight, and we are joined now by our graduate guard, Endyia Rogers. There's the applause. That was slow. They were thinking about it. Now, Endyia, you're a little well-traveled here, and people know that, yep, you played at Oregon, but also played at SC, but you came home.
Yes.
Where's home?
Dallas, Texas.
And which high school did you go to?
I went to Bishop Lynch High School.
And so why was it important for you to come back to Texas?
I wanted the opportunity to get to play in front of my family. They typically have to travel a lot to come see me play, so it was important for me to allow them to see me play my last year.
Have they made all the home games so far?
They came to most of them.
Most of them. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So what about Joni and this coaching staff and this program convinced you to come?
I never heard a bad thing about them. I didn't even have to ask around. She obviously has a great name in the coaching world, so it's good.
You're already a graduate, so what was your degree in?
General social science.
So you can do whatever you want to, right?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
I'm not sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's good. That's good to have that all cleared up right now.
Yeah.
Now you also have to go to school while you're here at Texas A&M. Is that correct?
I do.
And so what are you studying or taking classes in?
I'm getting my master's in entrepreneur leadership.
Oh, what is that?
Don't know.
Entrepreneurial leadership. So we'll break that down. So you want to lead yourself into making money or lead others to make money for you?
I want to lead myself to making money.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. Very good. Tell us about, we've seen you play, but tell us what your game is. Tell us who you are as a player.
I'm kind of a combo guard. I can score at 3 levels. I look to pass to my teammates a lot. Yeah, that's kind of me.
I think as we've seen, you have a pretty good court vision, and you guys have done a great job of getting the ball to the post players.
We have.
And you get excited when they finish?
We do. Yes, we actually do. I love the high-low that we typically do in zones.
Had some great success there for sure. Mm. What when you're playing in that Purdue game the other day, how do you say that's in my rearview mirror and get ready for Houston Christian?
I just have to keep confidence in myself and my teammates, no matter what. Just don't get discouraged. I know things haven't been going my way recently, but we're going to stay in there and stay prayed up and very encouraged.
What are you working on? If things aren't going your way, as you say, what are you working on?
I'm working on trying to stay consistent, at least be able to defend the ball, if I can't do anything else, and continue to take the shots that I normally take.
We're going back to California here. It's a gym you've played in before. Did you play in it last season?
I did.
Describe it to us.
It's pretty empty. It's pretty empty. It's a very old area. Mm-hmm. I don't really like it, but.
Is that one of those places where the bleachers kind of pull in and out sort of thing?
No, the bleachers they're just straight up.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah, straight up. It's nothing that you would just be like, oh, I love this gym. No.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is seafood.
Which kind of seafood?
Crab and shrimp.
Do you have spending some time on the West Coast, there's all sorts of different crab.
Oh, yeah, I learned that when I was at Oregon.
Yeah.
I think somebody made me some
Dungeness crab?
Yeah, I did not like that.
Oh, you didn't?
No. Wow.
Oh, wow. That's
it was
really
too
good.
Soft. I didn't like it.
Oh, it was too soft.
Yeah, it was.
Wonder if it wasn't cooked right.
Maybe it wasn't, but I'm a snow crab type of person.
Do you like to do the work on the crab and have to dig and get all? It seems like a lot of work to me. Now we do it every summer, and catch them and try to eat them, but it seems like a lot of work.
I don't think it's a lot of work. It's something that I want to eat, so it's fine. I'm kind of used to it now, so it's fine. I know how to crack them on my own. Cool. When I was growing up, somebody would have to crack them for me, but now I know how to crack them on my own.
Oh, you were eating crab when you were growing up too?
Yes, sir.
And so that's probably a different kind of crab in Texas. Do we have Dallas crab?
I'm not sure.
When you're not eating the crab, do you have a special? Let's talk about Thanksgiving. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish that you're hoping to see on the meal here on Thursday?
I don't know if I'll see it.
Oh.
I like turkey.
Sure.
Yams, greens, with dressing.
I think that's pretty traditional.
And potato salad, but I don't eat everybody's potato salad.
Which kind of potato salad do you like? Because there's mustard based and mayonnaise based.
I've only eaten one, and I don't know what's in it.
And it's probably it was either skewed toward the mayonnaise color or the mustard color.
I think it was mustard.
Really?
And I don't like mustard.
Oh, well, that would probably not be a good idea to eat the mustard potato salad if you don't like mustard.
I only eat my grandma's. I don't eat anybody else's.
Hers is pretty good?
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah. You think she would send us some to try?
Yeah, she probably would, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe we get that done this year. That would be great. All right. Looking forward to the trip. Anything you're looking forward to do on the trip?
No, I don't think. I mean, if this was LA, it'll be a lot different. But I'm not familiar with the Berkeley area, so
yeah, it's there to play some basketball.
I'm just looking forward to 2 wins.
2 wins and sleep.
Yes.
Sounds like a good deal.
All
right. Endyia Rogers, everybody. We're live from Rudy's Barbecue. It's the Joni Taylor Radio Show from Learfield. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP Aggie basketball fan experience this year. Go to 12thman.com/maroon contest and register. One winner and a guest will receive game tickets, a VIP tour of Reed Arena, and will be recognized on the video board during the game. Register today at 12thman.com/maroon contest. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance is a proud partner of Texas A&M Athletics. We are back at Rudy's Barbecue here on Harvey Road in College Station. It's the Joni Taylor Radio Show. With Joni Taylor, I'm Steve Miller, and we are joined by the one and only Janiah Barker.
Hey guys,
how are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm really blessed.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do this summer?
Oh, I did a lot. One thing I didn't do was get a break. I was at USA. I was here working. I was really grinding, and it was a really fun experience being at USA.
Where did you guys play at?
We went to Leon, Mexico. Yeah, right. So
Lyon. See, I was hoping you were saying France because I had heard of that, but didn't know where Lyon, Mexico is.
We were trying to see how close Cancun was.
And how close was it?
About 23 hours. So yeah, we were around.
Were
the
you
mountains.
No, water?
No, mountains.
No.
Just
mountains.
And
how in the world did you end up there?
Right. I guess that's where they chose for the AmeriCup to be that year.
Sure.
And it was actually a cute little town though. It wasn't that bad. It was some parts where it was like, oh my God, where are we at? But where we were in like the city center, and there was a Starbucks, KFC. You know, it was pretty nice.
How many games did you play?
Probably 8 or 9 at least.
Yeah, something like that.
And were these from around the world or a certain region, these teams?
We played the national teams of America, so like North America, South America.
Okay.
We played Canada, we played Argentina, we played Cuba, we played Brazil, I think we played with one more team. But yeah, that's what we played. We played a lot of countries, and that's their national team, so like those are the teams that they're sending to the Olympics.
Joni, is this the team you were coaching?
No.
You were in a different one.
Not.
Who was coaching this, Janiah?
Cammy, Washington State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
She's an Olympian herself.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And so did you win a medal?
Yes, we did. It wasn't gold, but it was silver, and I'm really proud of that team, though. We were the youngest team actually there. You know, Chelsea Newton, our assistant coach, she told me that in the championship game, the big that we played against was who she played against when she was in WNBA. You know, so that shows how experienced they were and how experienced we were. But for us to get a silver medal against the people that we were playing, I'm really, really proud of that team.
So the way last season ended, it was kind of a pretty fun SEC tournament. Mm-hmm. How did that propel you into playing for USA Basketball?
Oh, wow. I think that, you know, playing with those type of people in just a caliber, I think that they gave me a different mindset. You know, playing at USA, playing against the best players in the college basketball scene is like, gives you a way to how to think about how to approach the game. And I think when I went to USA, it made me put into a deeper perspective of how I should approach my sophomore year. You know, as a freshman, you're learning a lot, you're doing a lot of things, but, you know, you come in as a sophomore and trying to be a better version of you. And I think that USA really helped me do that. Seeing, like, Angel Reese and, like, Rakia come in every day and just be the vocal leaders that they are constantly and showing me, like, what it looks like. And I think that helped a lot to translate over to come back here.
So how have you taken that and brought it to this team for this season?
I think that, you know, just like I said, Angel's one person who doesn't stop talking on the court. If it's defense, offense, just giving the team energy. I think I took that from her, of just trying to be a constant vocal person on the team and just constantly to talk and constantly give feedback if it's good, bad, and indifferent. Just always being that voice on the court is something that I took.
I think someday we will want these secret recordings, if they exist, of you and Joni's courtside conversations.
Y'all don't want to know what we talking about. Man, me and Joni, our relationship is really. It could be mom, daughter. It could be auntie, niece. It could be sister. I feel like me and JT are really, really close. So I think the way she just talks to me about things is what we talk about. But yeah, I think especially like coming off the court, it's gonna be something quick, something good. You're telling me it's always something good. It's never anything negative, but just to get me back in my right mind. So she's just there to make sure that I'm the best version of Janiah.
What do you like about this team?
Man, it's such a family-oriented place. It's a great place to be. And just hearing like stories from like our transfers or even just other people in general, they don't have an atmosphere like this. I really feel as if we come to practice every day and it's a family reunion. These people that I'm around every day are like family to me. And it means a lot to have that and to come to that every day because this is art. Like what we do as student athletes and in school and just life and trying to figure out who you are yourself. I'm 20. Sorry, my birthday just happened, but I'm 20 now. I'm still trying to figure out who Janiah really is, and I feel like the people that are around me every day really want me to be the best version of myself, and that's just such a blessing to have.
Who do you think Janiah is right now?
Janiah Barker is Janiah Barker. I think the name holds itself.
Oh, spicy.
I think it does.
Well, your play is definitely matching your personality, don't you think?
I think I'm doing pretty good. I think my coaches and my teammates are giving me the fire that I need to continue to be who I am right now.
What do you want to see on the Thanksgiving buffet on Thursday?
I don't really care about anything but wins. If it's not a W, I'm not really like, it's a business trip. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Thanksgiving, of course, but this is a business trip. These games, these non-conference games are really important. We need to make sure that we're winning these games going in and leading into SEC conference.
So how do you translate that approach to your teammates?
Oh, they don't like losing. I think the Purdue game really showed everybody that we don't want to lose. Like, I think it bothered everybody on the team. So I think it's getting through their heads because we don't like to lose. So they're ready to be at the point where it's like whatever it takes, and that's where we're at.
And that's where we're going.
Yes, sir.
All right. Everybody, Janiah Barker. We're live from Rudy's Barbecue. It's the Joni Taylor Radio Show from Learfield. Beyond Basketball returns Wednesday, December the 13th at 8 a.m. at Reed Arena. It's a community and networking opportunity for women in the Brazos Valley. It's the second Wednesday of every month through May 1st. Contact Angela Jones in the women's basketball office for more information. And Joni, how have the Beyond Basketballs gone this season?
Really, really well. We've obviously had two. October, we had Patricia Russell McLeod, who is a motivational speaker. She is one of the best orators I've ever heard. She just really motivated us and challenged us. And then, where were we? November. So this month we had BCS together, and they came and just really, Jenny did a great job of just breaking down the different ways in terms of like, if you want to help in terms of being a kinship parent or a foster parent or adopt, or even if it's just donating clothes or donating time or money, and just challenging all of us. It looks different for everybody, but there is something that everybody can do. So we've had two great speakers. Beyond Basketball is a wonderful program. We had to bring out extra tables.
That's good.
Last Wednesday because it was so packed, and so we're on the hunt for a different room because my prayer is by the end of the year we're going to outgrow the third floor of Reed where we currently are meeting.
Excellent. What a great deal. This weekend, next game, we've got Winthrop. 3-2 overall from the Big South Conference, I believe. Tell us what we know about Winthrop so far.
Yeah, so they've played a tough schedule. Their two losses are to Power 5 opponents. They lost to Alabama, Clemson. They were in those games the first quarter, and then, Clemson and Alabama kind of broke it open. But Samika Randall, that played at Tennessee, former Lady Vols, she's the coach at Winthrop. So that team has her mentality. She was a great, great player. I played against her actually back in the 90s, early 2000s. And so her team has her competitive spirit. They play really hard. They trap ball screens. They hedge ball screens. They throw different things at you defensively to try to keep you off track. So we've got to be just patient. We've got to take care of the basketball. And if we do that, we have the size advantage. We have the talent advantage. This is going to be another opportunity for us to focus on Texas A&M and getting better.
and then either playing San Jose State or the host team, Cal. What do we know first about San Jose State?
Yeah.
That's
still learning about them. Watching first things first. So we always look at win through it, but learning about them and what they do. You're going to see a lot of zone stuff. You're going to see some 1-3-1 stuff from them. And then Cal is a team who just beat Auburn, so they've got our attention. They beat Auburn without their best player, without Cal's best player, and so they're going to be on their home floor. They're going to be looking to win that tournament, obviously. And it's two. If we end up meeting them, it'll be two Power 5 conferences going at each other. So you talk about the bragging rights to the Pac-12 versus the SEC.
And Cal currently undefeated. They're going to take a 5-0 record into this tournament, and San Jose State going to be coming in at 3-2 overall. They're most recently beat Loyola Marymount 61-53, about the only name, if you will, on their schedule prior to this tournament. What is it about, this is typically the first tournament weekend in women's basketball. Why is playing a tournament on Thanksgiving week important?
A lot of reasons. Number one, it gets you comfortable and your team comfortable playing back-to-back games. That's what's going to happen when we go to the SEC tournament in March. Hopefully that's what happens in the NCAA tournament. The NCAA tournament is not back-to-back, but it is a quick turnaround. And so you want to get your sea legs wet in terms of playing a tournament early so our players can understand what a back-to-back game looks like in terms of your recovery, the mental side of it. Like we play on Friday at 2:30, and we're going to turn around and play again on Saturday, and you have an hour shoot-around to get everything in you need to know about the next team that you're playing. And so the prep time is a lot smaller, and that's where your mental focus has to be there. That's when you have to study your scouting report, and your basketball IQ really shows up. And so it's going to tell us a couple things about our team and about individuals who can process that information quickly, who do we need to work on more, preparing them for those moments and challenging them. And, you know, we said this a lot last year. We can do hard things. You know, playing back-to-back is not easy. Some of these tournaments are 3-day tournaments. This is just a 2-day tournament. But we need to put them in or put ourselves in some hard situations now so that we can know how we respond to it. And also, it'll help us the next time we see it again later down the road.
And you mentioned the word tough, and that's the motto. How will this align with your motto for the season of tough?
You know, number one, the word tough. There's going to be a lot of toughness that's going to be required starting Wednesday, tomorrow when we travel. We're going to travel across the country. We're going to get to the hotel, have a snack, and go practice. That's hard to do, right? We've got to have the right approach. So we'll have our early wake-up call tomorrow. We'll fly. We'll get to the hotel. We'll eat. And then we're going to go practice for 2 hours. We've got to be locked in, dialed in, focused. That's tough, but it's what we have to do. And then same thing on Friday. We're going to have a level of toughness when we face Winthrop. And then whoever we play on Saturday, that back-to-back is going to feel even worse. Playing those early games, our shoot-around time is early. Our wake-up call is around 6:45. And so it takes what it takes, and that's what they have to be their mind set on, and they have to make sure that everybody is speaking that same language, because one utter of I'm tired starts getting in your mind, and then it leaks to the next person and the next person, and we just don't need those types of conversations. So a toughness in what you're thinking, what you're telling yourself, what you're saying, what your body language looks like, all of that matters.
Yeah, because when you finish the game, you don't go to the hotel and grab a sandwich and go to sleep.
No. They go to the hotel, they eat, they take a shower, they get rehab, and then we're meeting in the film room to watch our game and to talk about the team that we're going to play the next day. So it's nonstop. And homework in between that, study hall.
There's study hall on Thanksgiving?
Maybe not on Thanksgiving.
But a reprieve.
Maybe a Friday for that and Saturday for sure.
Because we've got finals coming up.
It's right around the corner.
All right. Joni, congratulations on 3-1. It was a fun game last night, except maybe the third quarter at the very beginning. That's your deal right there. The rest of us had a great time and enjoyed it. And happy Thanksgiving and getting to spend it with all the family joining you. Yes,
the Taylors are joining us. The kids are joining us, so we're super excited about that. We got to put some finishing touches on packing. We were just talking about that earlier. But really, really excited and fortunate and blessed to be able to have our family travel with us on a holiday. Everybody doesn't get to do that.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow for the venture across the country. Our thanks to Robert Mosley and Endyia Rogers and Janiah Barker, and our engineers Kevin Menchow and to Tony O'Neill back in Jefferson City. For Coach Joni Taylor, I'm Steve Miller. Have a great night and a happy Thanksgiving. This is the Joni Taylor Radio Show from Learfield.